iPhones don't charge very fast. It's been like that for years, and that's why we're so excited about early rumors that the iPhone 16 series will finally charge faster. Rumors floated the number 40 watts, double the official 20-watt number from Apple. So do we really get faster charging on the iPhone 16 series after all? To test that, we have all 4 new iPhones lined up here, the Vanilla 16, the 16 Pro, the 16 Plus and the 16 Pro Max, and all have only 1% charge left. And this is important because if you want to measure what are the highest charging speeds, you need to start at a low battery level, as the speed gets lower with higher charge levels, so you need to be at a low charge. So we have 3 different powerful chargers. First, we use the Anker 735. It's a 65 watt GAN charger with the official cable coming in the box with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So we wait a bit for that and we see that the charge goes up to around 27 watts, more or less. Then we switch to another charger to see if this might change things. We use the Samsung 45 watt charger with the same official cable, and again we see maximum charging speeds hitting 27 watts. Finally, we try another charger. We use a third charger, the Spigen 65 watt GAN charger, fast charger, and once again we see the same 27 watt top speeds. Well, technically these are about the same speeds as what we had in the past few years on the 13 Pro Max, the 14 Pro Max and the 15 Pro Max. But there's one new behavior here. The moment you start a game, or in our case a benchmark or something more intense, you can see the charging speeds jump up to around 38 watts, which is very close to the 40 watt number. So basically when you play a game, it drains a lot of energy, and that earlier would slow down the charging process. Now with the iPhone 16 series, the phone can draw more power from the charger to maintain charging speeds while you game. So in this one case, while you're gaming and charging the phone, it is indeed faster than before. But if you just leave your phone charging, which is what most people would do on a table, not using it, it would actually hit the same charging speeds as before, no change. We also test the maximum charging speeds on the other models, not the 16 Pro Max of course. And on the iPhone 16 we get around 20 watts, which is the same as the previous models. On the iPhone 16 Pro we hit the same speeds, around 20 watts. But then on the iPhone 16 Plus we get around 26 to 27 watts. So basically the 2 smaller models charged around 20 watts, while the 2 bigger models, the Plus and the Pro Max, hit around 27 watts, which is also in line with the earlier models. And since we have tried this with a few different chargers and cables, it's pretty safe to say that this is the charging behavior you get in general. So with this in mind, let's do a full charge test and see how long it takes to charge each of these 4 new iPhone 16 models. So again, we have drained them, we have all 4 of them at 1% charge, and we'll be measuring the time to a full 100% top up. We plug them in and start the test. And the first check we do is 15 minutes after the beginning of the test. So let's see what we have. The iPhone 16 has charged to 31%, same for the 16 Pro, same for the 16 Plus, and we've got 30% on the 16 Pro Max. Alright, let's do another check, this time 13 minutes after the start of the test. The iPhone 16 now has reached 59%. We've got 58% on the 16 Pro, we have 59% on the 16 Plus and 57% on the 16 Pro Max. So these are essentially the same charging rates on each phone. Let's keep on going to see if that will be the case until the very end. So once again, we see how much charge we have 45 minutes into the test. The iPhone 16 has got 76%, same on the 16 Pro, the 16 Plus is slightly ahead at 77%, the 16 Pro Max is 75%. Again, more or less the same. Next up, we're 1 hour into the test and we have reached the following numbers. iPhone 16 is at 85%, same for the 16 Pro, the 16 Plus is at 86%, and the 16 Pro Max is at 85%. We check once again 15 minutes later and the phones are at 94%, only the 16 Pro Max is at 93%. And as we're approaching the end of this test, all of them keep running at similar rates, so Apple has clearly optimized the lineup so that it takes you the same amount of time to charge each iPhone. As always, these last few percentage points, they take the longest, and this is done to protect the battery health. But finally, 1 hour and 34 minutes into the test, the iPhone 16 Pro hits the 100% mark. And a few moments later, the iPhone 16 Plus also reaches a full charge at the same time. Now we have to wait a few minutes longer for that last percent, but finally the iPhone 16 Pro Max is done at 1 hour and 42 minutes since the start of the test, and it takes just one more minute until the regular iPhone 16 model is also complete. So there you have it. Just like before, it takes around 1 hour and 40 minutes to get a full charge on the iPhone 16 series. In the table here you can see that we have measured practically the same charging times for the 13 series, the iPhone 14 series, and for some reason we had slightly slower speeds on the 15 series, but that was probably an anomaly. So whatever the case, unless you game while charging your phone, you're not getting much faster charging this year. Of course, we have only talked about charging with a wire in this video. And when it comes to MagSafe wireless charging, Apple introduces a new 25-watt charging puck, and that one is much faster than before. And if you get that new wireless charger, you can expect a full top-up much faster and about the same time as charging with a cable, which is around 1 hour and 40-50 minutes, something in that ballpark. So there you have it. iPhone charging not much faster than before. Were you surprised by the results? And do you even need faster charging speeds on your iPhone? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for sticking until the end.